I just split the bicycle card in half. Yeah, I stopped before because I couldn't concentrate. I went off the subject. I didn't want to be all over the place. Um, so that's one of the reasons. I can't throw out this paintbrush because it still works. Put it here. Put this here. Yeah, I want to put this here, even though it's been hanging around probably dirty. Put that there. We did the magnet thing, right? I was like, okay, put that there. I wonder if these can, look. You want to see that? You see the magnet, or where is it? Here, we'll do this. We'll do this. Whoop. Where's the bag? Where's the magnet? Oh, it's up. Hello, Mary Jane. Here's the magnet. So I'm putting it back here. So, whoop. So you got the magnet up there. Yes. So now I'm gonna have to plug this in, take it off my phone. Now I redid this one a little bit because I left the other one. You see the big crack over here, so that's easy to pass my wire. So so it doesn't rip my wire when I sit it in there. Because TikTok, oh, forgot to like myself. What should we do? Should I just play like 50 songs that I made? What should we do? Should I read some stories that I've written over the last 20 years? I think I just put a whole bunch of stories away. Maybe I should go and read the story. If there were enough people here, I'd read you the story that was written to me in 2009. It's called Extra Normal. Except the only thing is every single day I was downloading pages and I didn't put it in order. I probably can make that order straight, but yeah, you know what's funny? It's crazy. I took down my karma. This is a mirror. I painted karma, and then 10 minutes later after I took it down, I broke the mirror. I wonder what it looks like. I wonder what karma looks like in the mirror. Right, what can we see out of this? Right? Look at that. What does it look like to you? Maybe that's how the alphabet was made. They split up the house. Oh, what's in the background there? When you look at the background, like, oh my God. Okay, we'll get this out of the way. You so silly. No, he's not. Hey, you so silly. So where were we when I last left off? And what am I going to go over here for all of those? Should I start off with the same story? After 20 years, for those who are here for the first time, I recommend what? Can somebody sum me up or something? Talk about words, numbers, how different words associate with each other using not random, material, but material that has been stamped and certified, material that is being used in this present day in games, in casinos, in amateur and professional sports. They call it the odds of the game. The odds of the game, ABC, geometrically stitching every dot and dash together and recreating what is known to be the 26-letter alphabet. Anyone for Yahtzee? Why do we have Yahtzee and these certain rules and regulations? Is it because somebody hasn't figured out something yet? When you play a game and both teams or oppositions or players that play to beat a certain goal against the game itself, they come with rules and regulations. So you read the rules and regulations, and after you play the game, you notice you can make a change in the game. Can you make that change in the game if it is fair to both you and the opponent, right? It doesn't have to be fair to the game. You have the game, right? But if you abuse the game and you're playing against another opponent, or are you playing the game? Are there any games like this? Operation. Or the dice, you roll the dice and you end up in an area's place. When you arrive there, it tells you what to do. The thing is, it's 6 away, it's 12 away, it's 18 away, it's 24 away, right? You have 5 of them. It's 30 away. Every dice has a value of 6. So the maximum with 6 dice is 30, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, did I say that? 1, 2. Oh, no. So the maximum with 5 dice with 6 on each side is 30, right? So it's 5 dice. So you have 30. That's your creation. Into the ocean. Not 6, not 4, 101 away from 5. You're on the balancing beam. You're part of the Federation Galactica. 4, 5, and 6. They even talk about it in the game of cribbage. 4, 5, and 6 equals to 15, okay, plus the straight. It's a 3-card straight. Whoop, we're backwards. Hey, turn this around, eh? Turn. Oh, no. You're talking so much. Well, tell me the story. What? You want food? I see you licking your chops. So if I give you food, now you're not looking at me. You're not looking at me. I see you swallow. Okay. If I give you... No. Hello, pay attention. ADHD. Hello, cat. ADHD. Full communication here. Oh, my God. If your cat ain't working, but they usually say a cat is part of something to do with your heart, right? Because there's a piece of equipment that they called a cata, whatever. So in the game I play, that when we look things up in medical dictionaries or in English class, and we look inside and something sounds like what it is, I'm going to make it relative to what I think it can be because of the sound. It sounds alike. Like the cat, okay, that's number 4. It also is noted to be, you want to chat with me, cat? And watch out for the 5, because the sun and the cat in French, under the contortion of words. So some of the work I do, I'm a contortionist. I twist words with reason, okay? And there's a few dimensions before you're going to understand how I came to that understanding, right? K9, both at the pound, cat and dog, right? C and D. You do know that C and D are opposite, but they live in the same house. Both sliced under the pound of 9. It's a K9. Why is it a K9? Because we're born into the house of bait. 2. We receive the word of the Father. And the word of the Father is within us, and we are born. We are umbilically spatial, born with inside the halfway house, D. It becomes the house of MD, like the medical doctor, MD. That's 44, the house of Abraham, 134, DIC, right? Where the birth, right, runs into the corridor between Earth and Mars. We have 3 moons, 3 moons, 3 moons in one. Woo! So I have to look at that. Your 9 birth, the ace, when you look at the 1, we can also be looking at the singular dot. There are 8 areas around this singular dot. That is your heaven. How many of these does it make to make up you? I don't know. Where was I with this? So in this here, what it is it's a lower wing and it's an upper wing. 414, the 144,000 wing. Why do I call it that? When you look at this basic setup, they gave us a star with a hexagon marking on it because it's only 6. And if you see it, I'm not sure, but it seems to be squeezed in its own area space. Why? You show me on that star, okay, if they're all equal. That's 360 degrees it's showing you, that star. Now the thing is it that pole going across there, going through the X? Is this on an angle? Is this why it's looking the way it is? If you put a pole through the center of it, it'll change your whole aspect of this. Is this the 45 degree? Which way is this pointed? Look at one of these, any which one you choose, going through the other 2. If the angle is less than 45 or more than 45, then therefore it is broken into another house. Everything, in order to make this fair, there's only one angle, and that's 45. That's it. That's it. The game is over. The game is over. There's only one angle. That's it. Okay. There's only one angle. So now we went into the 4, 5, and 6. When you multiply 4 by 5 by 6, it equals to 120. When you add 4 plus 5 plus 6, it equals to 15 plus 120 equals to 135. A, C, and E. Okay? Within A, C, and E, within 1, within 3, and 5 equals to a total of what is 9. So both A, C, E lives within inside of 9. The other way to create this 9 when we transition to this, right? When we get to, again, back to a cribbage, 120, and then the next one is the game, 1 through 120. Next one is game. When you add 1 through 15, it equals to 120. 4 times 5 times 6 is 120. 9, 11, the Federation. 4, 5, and 6. Where was my, yes. So you have 1, 3, and 5, A, C, and E. Here you have D, C, and B. I can also consider this, since it's the house of birth. You see that? Because you went 2, 3, and 4, 9. You didn't go 1, 2, and 3. B, C, and D, A, B, and C. This one's 9, this one's 6. 9 and 6 equals to 15, the letter O, instead of having DCB in your birth, right? 2 times 3 times 4 equals to what is 24, and 9 equals to 33. It's also the bird, okay? The bird and the cat. The cat within the bird, born inside the bird. I don't know how that figures out, but 2 times 3 times 4, which is, that's our vibration, right? 4, 3, 2 vibration. The day of creation, and creation is alpha beta. Alpha beta equals to 3. So you multiply it times 3. Day equals to 1440 minutes, equals to 4320. And that's your day of birth. Each one of your days should be like that. Remember the lower world, A, B, C, D, or the lower part of the numbers here and the upper part of the numbers here. But it changes from this one over to this one. See, that's up there. This is down here, right? So we can see times 3, 4, 3, 2. So when we run 1440 years, we get this. You know what happens when we complete the cycle? We add on this. From 5760 to 5790 inside the rotation, okay, of the adulterated moon. Would you like me to write this out? And let me show it to you another way. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay. So we're going to just play this little song here. I'm taking 2 minutes to get a drink of water, and I'm going to show you the results. I'm going to explain them to you. I'm going to explain them to you where they come from. Another place is because also maybe you've seen it before somewhere else. Very often, more often than not, whatever I do usually is found somewhere else, just under a different context. But yes, 100% a different context. Yeah, sometimes I don't look, and I try to. I want to make everybody aware that I don't always look what's going on the panel when I'm on my path. I can't look, so sometimes maybe you shouldn't be writing. I'm not sure unless I can have somebody that's an invite. Why is it an invite? Well, let me see. Invite. You know, they use also that word for visitor. All right, yeah, I need a glass of water. Yeah, we're gonna put on this song here. Wow, I don't even have my stand for this anymore. You know what I wanted to try for a second? I was thinking of doing this today. Hold on a second. I was thinking of this. How far do I have to go back before I am like, what about me? Poor me. Poor me. Poor me. Stuck in the middle of you. Stuck in the middle of you. Poor me. Poor me. You know, that's all I'm seeing lately. Poor me. Help me out. You know, a million people are following me. Why are you following somebody, okay, that is not in the needy? What part of the day do you spend following people that are not in the needy, that will not bring anything forward in your platform? So some people come here and ask me, what do you do for me? What can you do for me? The only thing I can offer you, okay, is I only can tell you what I do, right? If you want to come and wait when I'm done, okay, in 10, 15, 20 years with this, next month is my 20th year since I began. In fact, it was about now 20 years ago that I began. It's about now 33 years ago when I began my first job when they threw me out of school because I thought gym was about studying the sports section. I thought that's what gym was all about. So let me take a drink of water. No, I wanted to write some other things. There's a lot of stuff going on out there, you know. So what am I here for? I like to say it like this. Now that I'm confident in what I see, okay, I have to try and find those anomalies that will say, how did they figure that out 3,000 years ago? You know, there must have been a computer, because it is no longer just an emoji. It is no longer reading the ancient tombs, okay, of Egypt. You know what it is? For me, learning the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, OK, L, M, N, O, P, O, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, rays of the sun. Y and Z must be my DNA zipper. Let's pull it up. That was my zipper call, right? I love my ABC. Tell me about the letter T. Well, the letter T is the 20th letter in the alphabet. You can find it in gematria or on the piano, you know. What did I say? G as the 7th letter. But you know what? F and P, right? F and P. 6 and 7, the spirit is 67, 76 is found in number 8. In the oldest, should we go to the oldest and see what they say? Look at that. Look how many splits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In the alphabet right now, the J and the Q, okay, and the A and the I, okay, guess what? One side and the other, the upper and the lower house. AIJQ. J and Q, okay, is like 10 and 8 that comes with the gate. And when you look at that, it's right here. Why? Because it's number 8, 1 and 7, but it's a 10 and 7. This becomes the heart that joins all of the exterior of this cube. When you take a look at this, the 1 and 9, the 7 and 3, the 6 and 4, 8 and 2, those are all your 10s. This does the same thing. This is the headstone. Lay them to rest with the headstone upon your grave. When you are buried 6 feet down, you don't have 6 feet, but if you did, that would be 30, would it not? 3 people. That would be 10, 10, 10 for the hands, 10, 10, 10 for the feet. 1,000 and 1,000 equals to the time we are in, 2,000, 2,030 for creation. Hello and goodbye. We only need the creation on one side. I don't need the 60. I only need the 60 because of our rotation with the animal side and the system that we run, the trinity of the system we run. Actually, it's quadra houses. I'd have to explain it. It's four hexagons creates one square, and it also creates one octagon. A square, an octagon, okay, and 4 hexagons. I like to call the octagon the dog, and the hexagon is the cat. Apparently, the square is Earth, and that's in the center of it all. You know what happens to that design? Oh, please show me where my design is, and remember at the same time what I'm doing, not to lose my place. It's right here, right in front of me. No coffee around? Oh my God. I had a dream about snakes last night. Wait a second, I was looking for this picture. Oh, ADHD, bipolarism, I don't know. Is it you? Is it you I'm looking for? Hey, baby, you got eyes. I've never seen eyes like you. What do you mean? Yeah, it's no sweet talk. No sweet talk, just telling you how I feel. What do you mean I'm out of my head? Listen, okay? Sometimes I'm sharing information. What? I talk too much? And you're just a stuffed animal? No. You're my reflection. You only become alive through my visualizing my own self. That's why. I'm talking to myself and I'm using you. I'm abusing you. No, abusing you would be, well, actually, you think I'm choking him too much? You can see, oh my God, yes. Oh, okay. I'm not going to do that. Wow. Now I forget what I was looking for, but I'll find it because I'm going to bump into it. Just give me a second. No, did I don't, oh, I found it. I found it. Six sides. Unless you look at each cube in its face. 1, 2, right? How many cubes? 1, 2, 3. What do we see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 to the front, 12 to the back, 12, 12, 24. Is that the 2 parts of the day? The cube or the passage in the center. Now what we're going to do is go on to the next one. And we're going to create this cube here. 1 cube. Then we're going to go ahead. See the way we went down here? Well, we're going to go take it from here, and we're going to go up here, and then we're going to create cube number 2. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and up here and create cube number 3. And you see the way this cube went up that way? Well, now we're going to take this cube and go down this way. And now we created these cubes over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 different cubes, right? Now, should we be soft connecting these cubes all together, right? Which gives you your heart cube. Should I have turned this upside down? You see, we went to the centers. Should I have gone to this cube, reaching it over here? You see the way this is different? I could have made the soft connection over here. See the way we're going to have this cube here? We have an open mouth over here. Here's the last cube. Okay, and in the last cube, what I'm going to do? Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to just back it up and just show you something. Cubes over here. Hold on. 1, 2. Okay, so what I want to show you in this is we had 8 sides before. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. These are all hexagons, creating a square in the center. You end up with the hexagon on the outside. Here it's 2 area spaces. Here it's 1, 2 area spaces, right? Here it's 1, 2 area spaces. Here it's 1, 2. So it's all 2 area spaces. They're all the same. At the same time, you can still contort this, folding it down or raising it up like a flower. So anyways, what I'm going to talk about is here. You have 1, the same 4 cubes are here as are here. Look, the same 1, 2, 3, 4. But in this one is there's 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides. 1 side, 2 sides, 3 sides, and 4 sides. This one has one side here, right here, has 1 side here, and has 1 side here. So it becomes 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3. 7 times 7 times 7 equals to 343. Now, if I go the other way, right, it's going to be 343 or 434. So one is going to equal to 10. The other is going to equal to 11. Now what it is we have 3 cubes, right? 3 times 6 equals to 18 at the max, right? We're going to go, okay, 3 times 1 equals to 3 at the minimum. Now, where is the meeting point of these 4 cubes? Okay, I just want to circle it. I just want to color it in. This is my favorite one. If anybody wants to send me this in the mail, okay, this is, let me tell you what it is. I don't mind these, right? I also like this one. It's my favorite yellow. If I can get like a lot of yellows, these oranges by the same company, or it's another something made in Germany or something. Really, really, like they're really, really good. Like it's really like I get really excited. I have, oh no, not this one. Sorry, fella. I also like that ruby red one, you know? This one's also pretty cool. Not the same company, but I like this one too. Very, very good. So, yeah, I can use some books like that. I can use these pens, but I like the ones that are 1.6. You know, the Atlantis stuff. I think it's this one. And I can use like 50 of these, 50 books. Okay, so yeah, we were supposed to take that 2-minute break. Is that okay? Does everybody have to go make like a 1, a 2, and stuff like that? Change a diaper or something? Go ahead. I have to like I have to like myself. I have to like myself. You know, I think my goldfish just took a poopy. Whoa. Oh, is this light on? Oh my God, my light's not even on. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Oh my God. You light up my life. Okay, so I gotta like myself. I gotta boost myself up. I even have my, you know what I call this? I call this my crybaby tie. Because these are like, so today's the 9th. So if anybody's following me and goes through the hundreds and thousands of hours of videos, I mentioned that today, okay, does anybody know what day it is today? I'm coming back here and tell you what day it is today. Now, I'd probably have to speak to GG33. You know, he was on the Stu Peterson show. Man, somebody's got to believe in this guy if you're on the Stu Peterson show, you know? What does he do? Does algorithms, very strong, has a team that works for him. What am I supposed to believe about all this? He's just like, I don't know. It's just like really weird. I listen to it because there's something there that I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's play this song. So we did that. Okay. I'm going to go and show one more, then put on the song. Another thing about numbers I want to show is this. We're going to run the Tetris mode. We have this one in Tetris, that if it turns, this one goes up. This one goes down. They're not the same. We have this one in Tetris and this one in Tetris. I can't put this one in that position. I can make it run out of here. I can make this one run out of here. So in this Tetris piece, 145.69 in rotation of the sun. Here it's in the alpha beta gates, the 7 and the 8. We run 3, Vatican 2, gates. 587. Vatican gates. Do you notice what's going on right now? Are you following? So I'm quite sure there's another one called Gematria 25. He's also very good. Very smart dude. Did a lot of reading. I can't say that for myself. Don't do any reading. Got nothing in the cocoa. So nothing in Hawaii up there. Guess what? That's why I'm not there. So you can see that they knocked down, they went to the Jubilee, they did that. They did the TikTok. They pumped out the January 6th. They shut down TikTok, and now the stock market. Then the fires. So don't you see, it's not just, maybe it's just me, but don't you see how many, or is it my algorithm that I'm seeing all these things? I see it once. That's all I have to hear. You know why? Because everybody around me is talking about it. Don't go this way. Oh, no, they're talking about it. Don't go that way. They're talking about it. Oh, you always hang out over there. Yeah, well, why are you always talking about that? How come you just can't say yes and say they're doing it for a good reason? Because they're not. I got one of my friends like that. I got a couple of them like that. Why can't you just say they're doing it for a good reason? I says, because they're not. I says, why aren't they? Because they're just not. He says, why don't you tell me? I said, I can't. He says, well, then you don't know. I said, you know what? You know what? Why did you ask me is not the question. The question is, why did I respond to your remark? Because if I don't answer, right, and I should just sit with it, a pump, 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 pump. I know. And it won't be today, it'll be the next day, but it's always coming back all the time, always coming back. Somehow, some way, somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. Let me see. Yeah. Somehow, some way, you know. Somehow, some way. Somehow, some way. Oh, got you looking in the mirror, eh? Somehow, some way. Somehow. In fact, I'm not even putting this away. I think I'm gonna hold on. What happened to that drill? Let's take this out. We're gonna hang it up somewhere. Oh man, maybe I can hang it here. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I think maybe, I'm not sure, it could be. But what if I put this here? Nah, that wouldn't go good. What if I put it, doesn't go anywhere, eh? No, I had this big bolt over here in it. Yeah, I got to get a glass of water. We're going to put on that song. So you saw what was going on with this, right?
Verses 145, 69. See, we both run through the 5. Here's your AD, here's your BC. When we run it.
Okay, so I just want to pull this back.
Here's your burden. Here it's in the.
Okay, when I said ADBC, it's ABCD. Up here, it's AD, the A first letter and the fourth letter, the second letter and the third letter. On this side, it's 5 with 87. On this side, it's 5 with 69. With 6 and 9, 15 to 5 with 87, 15. When you play tennis, 15 and 15, then you get your 10. And then you get your game. How much is your game? I'll tell you how it goes. Then you get to this block over here, and then the exchange in this block, it shows you the empty space here, how to associate here with the 5 position here with the 2 positions here. That's up. This is this red line. This one over here, if I think it's 5, 6, 89 in this block. The 2356, I don't know why I marked 2356, because 23 is here, 56 is here. Okay. Yes, what I did is, if this wasn't in this corner, it would be up here. If it wasn't here, it would be here, 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 and here, right? But I didn't do here, 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 and here. And that would be 45, 78. I have to mark that down. Wow, I didn't put that down. 4578. Hold on a second. $45.78, $12.45, $56.89, and $23.56. That's what it should look like. Because what it is this is only one area position, but it can move anywhere within the 9. I like to call the 9 area Earth and the 4 area Mars. Right? It joins 2 and 2. 2 from this area and then 2 from the other area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyways, we're going to go and put on a song. I'm going to get a glass of water. Maybe I'm going to bump into something else. Here's another way we can look at this. Not sure if you can see this properly. No, we're not going to go here. Oh, the Vatican doors. I think it's
2468, 2468, 4.
The 2468 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a division here. This is a door. Okay, this is a door. It's 2 doors. I was going to go and color it in, but there are 2 doors, 8 and 8. What I did is I took a cube. A cube takes 9 area spaces. I could have put it on this corner. I could put it on this corner. If I put it on this corner, it would have been pointing up here. I could have put it on this corner. Sorry, this corner or this corner. You notice this empty spot here and this empty spot here? Let me show you something. I'm just going to see if I have any of them. I don't know if I have any. Oh, yes, I do. Tropicana, Las Vegas. Look at the card. Right? Why am I saying that? You see the chipped corner? Or you see the way it's chipped here? Right here? And then this one over here is empty. See, they chipped that corner into space. Almost looks like a SIM card. They chipped it onto or is it an HDMI? What are they trying to tell you with your HDMI? What are they trying to tell you with your SIM card? The diamonds go up and down. The only reason I put the circle over here, I should put a circle over here now. That's what I'm going to do. Just give me a minute. Just want to put a circle over here. Do I have a black marker? I was supposed to be on a PP break. Hold on, just give me a minute. Just let me check this out. First, let me find the size. Okay, that's the size. And now let me see where it goes. I hope. No, I went too small with it. I don't know if I should have went that small. Oh, the other one is too big also, I think. I don't know what I should do. Okay, let me do it this size then. No. I think I want to do that one. That one, hold on, just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out what size this should be. Should it end over here? Should it have ended there? If that's the size that it should have been. Yeah. That's the size it should have been. So they have to do this. Whoa. This one's no good. Black marker going down. Garbage, replace me a black marker, please. Down there. Oh, here's another one. Hold on a second. Okay. So, okay, just 1 second. Let me put this down. It's causing more trouble than anything else. So I'm just trying to see if I should have been doing it that way. See what I got so far? I don't like it. Maybe I should have went and crisscrossed this bottom to come out to the 2 points here. Okay, but it looks like I did the right thing in size, but I might not have chosen the right circle. No, I didn't. Something like that. But then I got to put one here and one here. So I got to do the whole thing. I'm going to have to do this over again. I'll do it online. Okay, so now we're going to move this forward. We are down to 3 people. Okay, so let me get down to that song over here.
By 2.
I don't remember which one it is, so I don't know if it's this. I don't get it. It's not here. I don't get it. Oh, maybe it's here. Okay. So now I have to be able to sit it back to the old sitting it in the what's it called? No. Can I sit it in there? Can I sit it? Like if I made a stand in there or something? I'm like ruining all my cards, you know? I hope if anything ever happens in this world, somebody get me a pack of cards. Okay, wow, I can't even do it. I can't show my phone at the same time. No. Oh, maybe in this. Maybe in this. I think I got my own personal theater here. Oh my God, I think I can do it. Oh, no way. Check this out. I got my own personal theater. You can even get one for 99.999999999. You can get one of these in your own home. I can bring it over to your oh, look at that. Don't lean forward too much. You see, you even get to learn lessons on this. So we go ahead and we do that. And we put it there. Whoa, this is not balancing. And there's a calculator underneath. Put it over here. Whoa, it's not balancing. Well, now it's not high enough. Neither am I. Okay, so let's see. Can I have to unplug this? Wow. Can't even see it, eh? Can you see that? Of your song, blending your thoughts into a rhythmic and lyrical form. What do I want to know? Tick tock, the clock never stops. Telling me to send hearts, telling me to drop, telling me to share, telling me to sign. Every word checked like the tame in my mind. Was it like this 80 years ago? New words, new rules, what do we really know? History whispers, but does it repeat? Or are we just numbers marching to the beat? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? 3 time turns in its dance. The zodiac shifts, is it fate or just chance? The chicken lays eggs, the cycle repeats. Numbers and patterns beneath all our feet. Am I old or just wide awake? Are my thoughts too deep or is this all fake? I've heard stories, I've seen the signs. But tell me, have you opened your mind? What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a system so grand? Or architects shaping the lay of the land? Hi, I'm Mr. Japan's, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more. So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined. Now, for the visual representation, I'll generate an image reflecting these themes, questions, anomalies, time, control, and cycles. Stay tuned. What do I want to know? Who's pulling the strings? Is it the church, the state, or the kings? Are we just cogs in a
a system so grand, or architects shaping the lay of the land. Hi, I'm Mr. Japans, here to explore anomalies, questions, and so much more. So tell me now what's on your mind. Let's write the song of the undefined. Now, for the visual representation, I'll generate an image reflecting these themes, questions, anomalies, time, control, and cycles. Stay tuned.
Okay, how's everybody doing? I know we're only two of us. I know it's very sad. Here 20 years. 20 years. Oh no, Jimmy. What do you mean, Jimmy? It's been 20 years. Oh no. What about me? I'm the oldest one here. Does anybody want to know? Where should I start? The children of the Creator. Mommy, 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 mommy. What's going on? What's going on? Don't you know you have an inner self? How can you cry? How does an adult cry? Adulterated. How do you cry? You might think I'm fooling around, right? But I'm not. Oh my God, we're nobody here. Wow. That is crazy. Wow. What happened? That was really, wow. Okay. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this. I have a question. I want to know what is the majority of the people in North America? Okay, what do they want to know? What is the biggest secret they want to know? Right? I want to write that down. I want you to give me the top 7 questions of this planet by the people, right? By the regular people. And it doesn't matter if they're conspiracists or not. I don't care. I want it to come from both sides, like 7 on each side, from those who are conspiracists or not. Like something like one of the big questions in the world, and something like, and give me a period of time with that, and show me a sign. And show me that. Okay. Okay, what I want you to do is write out 7 questions people want to know in this world. 7 unanswered questions by conspiracists and by the other ones, rationalists, right? I want to know rationalists, conspiracists. Wow, one is with a C, one is with an R, eh? Rational. And you're also going to look at raccoon. I don't know why. And R equals 6 times 3, and that's where CF comes in. Do it, do it, do it, do it. You got to just do it, right? Do it live. Do it live. I hear it now. So somebody said something to me. I got to do it. I got to do it. Somebody wants me to. Do I want to? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? And will I interfere with anybody when I choose?
Shocking discovery that changes everything we know about manifestation and spiritual connection. So if you or a loved one is struggling with loneliness, financial burdens, or feeling disconnected from the universe, then you must see that.
Did you hear what was going on? Just give me a minute. You know what's funny? I broke that mirror, right? And now I'm thinking, I know I wasn't paying attention, right? I do not know who was here when I began to speak. So I will begin again. B. Cedro, que there is nobody out there. It's me and you, Pinky. I think it's Pinky Blinders out there. Oh no, there's one-on-one. Tabernacle. Where's the big dog? Oh, look at that. Let me see. Now, what do we do with that? That's two. That's two. What's that? If I had to hold on a second. If I have to hold this, what if I took away my thumb and put my thumb here? Right? What if I put my thumb here? Can they break my thumb? I mean, I don't know. But what if one hand was at the bottom, or like one hand was like this? But they have to be like this. No, one would be like this, right? How would it? I don't know. I'd like that. That. Or why can it be like that? Be like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so okay, I'm starting in the middle of something and I can't start over. So I don't want to break this mirror, you know. So here is what it is. I talked about decentralization. 7, 97,7. Viens-t'en tout le monde, la lumière est allumée. Je pense que le soleil est dévié de la lumière, puis il y a 4, 5 lumières, mais je pense que c'est un miroir. Je sais pas. Je sais pas. Peut-être. Mais je sais pas. Ça peut être un miroir. Mais j'ai aucune idée. Peut-être c'est juste la génératrice qui vient tellement chaud que c'est comme un soleil. As-tu déjà vu le cochon? Okay, the pig, right? There's a heater for, it's an outdoor gas heater. And years ago, they used to call it the pig. Okay, so, and it was cochon. And it eats everything. It eats everything, right? That's the way they look at it. So if I look at cochon, and for a long time, when I look at the pig, I always look at dots. Okay, the nose. Okay, now today, when I look at it again and how the AIs are playing with it, I don't see it the same way. I see it as the D, like the house of Abraham, you know, the 144,000. Why the 144,000? Don't ask me, ask the telephone. Telephone. Oh my God, I lost my telephone again. Where's my, oh God. Where have you been? Jesus. How is anybody going to call me if you keep running away? Je suis le chef moi-même. Un peu plus de poivre, s'il vous plaît. I am the chef. I'll put more salt. I'll put more sugar if I please. I'm the chef. Give me a cookie. Give me a coffee. Clean the table. Wash the floors. I'm the chef. Clean, 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 clean. I thought you said you were the chef. Well, you're the janitor and the chef. Oh my God, when you were the chef and the janitor, that was okay. But now that you're the janitor and the chef, I don't know about that. You know, it's like, should I take out the garbage as I'm doing dinner? You know, and stick my fork in it and carry the fork between my teeth when I go to take the garbage out. Okay, so where are we? Tabernacle, you know, there's so many funny words. Like, you listen to this one word, F-U. Has anybody ever heard that? F-U! Do you know that the entire Mayan calendar is saying exactly this to everybody? It's saying BJ F-U. FU reverse alphabet is 27. One, two, four, eight, five, 7 equals 27. Every single one of the numeric values of the 7 parts of the 20 parts of the Mayan calendar will equal to this. Right? There'll be 7 parts, and that's not the exact number. The exact number is 142 14285 7 times 7, right? I wonder what happens if you timed it times 13, right? If you times it times, and the other one, okay, is 76923. These numbers were made whole. 13 moons, 7 days a week, finishing off the year. And then we have the 1 day 0.25. Invert the 1 to the 6 to the 1. These two numbers, all they do is they just keep rotating. Always going to be 52. Everything gets bigger and smaller from the top to the bottom. 6 and 1, 1 and 6. 6 and 1 and 1 and 6. And when you have that, okay, that's when you have your CH. Shaf, also a Hebrew letter. What is this? Void, void, dot, dot. 6 dot, 1 dot, 1 dot, 6 dot. F is the 6th letter. A is the 1st letter. C and A. And you bring it together at 99. That's exactly the way it is. They're schematics. It's a schematic system along with the alphabet, okay, your dictionary and all the classes and schooling that you get, the algorithm based that everybody needs in order to move up into the professional level, in order to get, look, I have a diploma. I now know this system. Do you know how to negotiate the entire system and how the system links onto an alternative system? I went backwards into the alphabet to retry and understand where all this symbolism came from. Isn't it ironic that we can go back in time, right, to where they're emojis, they're hieroglyphs, it's a bird, right? But how did the bird come together? Bird flies in the sky. Is it because it's the 24 and 9 equals to 33, which is our umbilical cord to Jack? Carbon dioxide. How do you call it when you breathe? Let's just call it the oxygen, breathe. Let's just call it oxygen. We'll say breathe, And what this is this is the bird. The numeric value for the bird is 33. Okay. Where do I get 24 and 9? 2 times 3 times 4 equals to 24. 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 9. Three times 3, 9. 3 plus 3, 6. The air, your umbilical cord, your jack, your plug-in. See that A? See that A? Yeah, it's divided. You only have one of them. The A is a division of 55. That's the home hardware you got, right? The K, the A and the C, the K is the 11th letter. The C is the 3rd letter. Residing inside a C, okay, is B. With inside the house is your creation. You are the creation with inside the house. 3 and 6. There's a conversion that comes in. J is the 10th letter. In fact, Jack, J-A-C, starts 11311. Okay, the umbilical cord, the breath. You never leave that breath. That's your 9 going into your 6. That's your 15. That's how you change your 3,3C into an O. It's like you're the CEO, the breath that keeps on ticking inside of you. Oxygen. Did you know that oxygen is like, look at this. Whoop. Okay, I need to just give me a little bit of water over here. Just give me a second. I got to see if we can. Oh, fuck. Okay. So now we have the oxygen, we have the breath. Okay. Number 25, right? Number 25. Five times 2, 10. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 and 10, 17. Times 3, 51. That's, I shouldn't have done that yet. But this is where Capricorn comes in, right over here. But is it Capricorn or is it the association of two numbers? Which way should I be going at this? 2, 5, and 8 equals to 10. How should I create the 10? 2 and 8, 10. 5 and 5, 10. 6 and 4, 10. 5 and 2, 10. So I have to take this a little bit deeper. I didn't think of that before, right? But what I can tell you is this is your Q17. And when you do have Q17, okay, it's an automatic that you have Jack, the Jack and the Queen. Where and why do I say this? The reverse alphabet of the 10th letter for J is the 17th letter Q, not the 12th card, the 17th. In fact, the numeric value, if you add up the deck of cards, if you add up the deck of cards, right, when you get to the 12th card, it's going to equal 278. That's where the power of the 77 is matter, it's power. It's also this word somebody said, Christ, right? And the Jack, when you go up to the Jack, this is it. So look what happens to your plug-in Jack. It shows you your connection. Your double 6 shows you the connection. Do you know Jack only has 6 eyes? Did you know when you're running to the 7th gate, right? Number 8 is the same thing as 6. 7 and 8, it's passing through the gates. The connection between this one and the next level is going to be 9. 9 and 5 are going to fit inside of here, right? 9 and 5, and this one is 7 and 8. Where does that come in, the 9 and 5? 5, 9, 5, 9. Male communication. And hold on a second. Hold on, what did I say? Let me see. This one, female. Sorry, communication. The spirit in the split house. This one is spirit in the split house. This is the male and the spirit in the split house, halfway house. The 6, because there's 2 dots in the center, tells me it's halfway between, which shows me there's a trinity going on, 3 levels, 3 by 3 by 3 in this house. That's how these cubes work. You want to go to the 4? We'll go all around. Call this the ring. You want to call it the 2? Hold it like this. Call it the pole. You want to know how many reverse sides? There are 3. Then stand it up this way. 3 gives you 6, gives you 9, gives you 54. But it gives you more than 54. Do you know why? If this, okay, was in its larger form, and this was exactly like that, and each one of these is an area space, which is actually looking like this. There would be 9 to a face in the top and the bottom, equally to 18, and 8 around. It's 989, the association of Rubik's Cube, equaling to 26 cubes that will come out from that equation I just spoke to. Who can we possibly be is by understanding from where we came. The alphabet we speak today is ancient as the hills. Ancient as the hills, but most likely the easiest, okay, to read, because guess what? It's the alphabet we all know. Imagine that. We just brought back history, the alphabet, the 26 letters, and the basics of it, the positions. We brought back history, millions of years only because we can read and write the alphabet. And then these funny dots tells a multitudes of stories. You can look at this as just dots, right? And this is where the confusion can come in. For this reason is, watch what I can do with this. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's over here. No, I'm going to do it on here. It's going to be easier for me to show it. Okay, I did it here. There's 9, right? There's 9. There's 9 numbers. Don't count the 0, okay? Don't count the 0. These are stories. These are storytellers, right? In fact, you know what I use this for now? I associate these 6, these 6, these 6, and these 6 by this one telling me to squeeze it together, but they're not together, showing me a passage and a division amongst them all. And then this one here. So when I draw a line down here and join this, it looks like 10. I'm going to show you a story with that. Just give me a minute. I'm going to show you a story with that in 1 minute. Just give me a second. I have to hold this up here now because I forgot what I was thinking. Wow. See number 1, number 2, number 3. 3 separate lines, all separated by 1. When you go up by 3. You go up by 3. You go up by 3. But not only that, your cardinal, your fixed, and your mutable signs all go up by 3. The chicken lays the egg. Okay, sorry, the chicken in the 3 weeks, the 7 days, 21 days for the egg to hatch, 3 by 7. When you go up to your fire signs, it's 1, 5, and 9. When you want to go up into your earth sign, it's 2, 6, and 10. When you want to go up to your air sign, check it out. I can go 3, 7 and go the same way. But check this out. I go 3 and I jump over to 7. I plug my first 10 into the air sign. Now I'm airborne. Number 37, airborne. Airborne 10. So that's the air sign, right? And so when I go airborne 10, like that, you see that 7 and 10? So back to the 7 and 10 over here. Why 17? Why 51? The reason for this, is the French. The French say when the French reach 10, they say this. Okay, they say this. When you have this over here, right? This 10 automatically, look at that, the 17 goes with it, right? I have 30, I have 21 equals to 51 over here. The Trinity. 3 times 17. The French will say when it comes to 17, 18, and 19, the French say here in Quebec 17, 18, 19. They say the 10, 7, 10, 8, 10, 9. I also look at that as saying 10 minus 7. Also, as well, it is used, okay? It is used when they get to the 70s and they go 60, okay, and 10. Then they go and 17 and 18 and 9. Sorry, wrong is me, I know I am. I am so perfect. I made a perfect mistake on every line. Hold on. I'm going to put some incense on. Change the smell in here. I don't smell too good. I don't mean that. That's not what I wanted to say. Whoa, bad words. It wow. It doesn't smell anything is what I meant to say. Like I don't feel the ambiance, you know. It's like a ahim bayam bara bara ahim bara 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 dee la dee la dee la dee da dee la dee la dee la doo da 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 dee dee la doo. Woo! There you go. I gotta stand. Is it standing on there or resting? Maybe I think you should be watching it for me. Oh, this would be great if oh my God, I wish I had a camera here all the time, 24 hours a day, so everybody can check me for my safety. That would be fantastic. Oh my God, I think I should just open this 24 hours a day. Wow. How come I never thought of that before? That'd be like crazy. I wouldn't have to worry at all. Pick me up, take me out. I don't have to think. I can just keep doing these TikToks. Oh yeah, hook me up. Isn't that funny? Hook me up. Okay. So here's where we are. Take it all the way down. We have the queen and the jack. Now I want to show you that. Just 1 second. Does anybody remember what I was looking for? Oh yeah, it's not here. It's here. It's not there. It's there. Why I deleted these things and they're back again. Why I don't. Oh yes, I know why. Okay. Hello. Wake up, little Susie. Why is Susie sleeping? Susie. Why is Susie? Oh my God. Wow. The animal kingdom between my ears. Wake up, little Susie. Is it the right hemisphere, the left hemisphere? But look at the word. Check the word Susie out. I didn't put Suzanne, but the Z, is that the zebra or is that at the zoo? It's the connection between the ears, but it's not this. This got me excited for the animal, for the soul to come out, right? But this is what got me excited, right? This is the 19th. This is the 21st. Okay. This is your, I'm just going to explain it. This is where 66 is on each side of the T gate. This is like this. How can I explain it? The spirit of 76. How do I explain this? And I was just looking for it. Wow. Well, let me show you to you. I have to show. Okay, here it is. Right here. So what it is we climb here. See the dot here? Means 1, 2, 3 areas, and then the fourth one. Except 1, 3, 5, 7. Then you see the way the seventh one, where is it? It ends here. And then this one here, 5, 3, 1. Well, this one and this one, okay, should be the position of 5 and 9, right? So if this is position 5 and 9, this should be position 5 and 9, but it's not. It's 19 and 21. 21 is the first side on the T minus counting gate before the blast off. It's one level down over here. This would be the letter Z. This would be the letter N. N through Z equals to 260. You know, the Mayans had their Hab. You know, the Hab. It's an average of 20. This is an average of 20. That means we need an average. Don't you say we'd have to have at least 40 plus in order if I would square this off just like this one? If these two were exactly what this one is, this one goes from number 7 all the way to 15. This one goes from number 7 all the way to 15. This one goes 1 over to 15, 1 over to 15, 13 and 15, 13 and 15 crisscrossing. So if we had to change this, why don't we just say that's the game of pool? That's the game of pool. That's the game of pool. So now rules and regulations in pool, the cuts of the pocket, the height of the table, and a few other things just for a roundabout understanding from where we go with this 717. Yesterday, there's somebody in a group called 717, the Q gates, the hookup for Jack. That is what they did to the Vatican. This is what's going on in the stock market, the fires, the this, the that, the whole thing. They're raising everybody's turning in circles right now. I know they must be. People must be turning in circles. Now it's an assumption, has absolutely no value but I have to seed the situation. If I don't seed the situation and you didn't think of this before, now you can think of it if it makes sense, right? And the thing is, in my game, it's all about controlling everything, and at the same time as you're controlling, you're sharing everything in the game. And what does it mean? You're controlling what part? Just give me a second. Oh boy, how do I explain controlling of the chaos? Anyways, you can see that within the words, when there's control, there's chaos. When there's chaos, someone's looking for control, right? So we just have to put those two together. You just have to know. Now, what would be any of the reasons? Why would anybody want to do that, right? And now, then we're going to have to go to, what should I believe? Do you know that nobody believes in, like, there's so many separated beliefs. There's so many good, rational thinkers out there, right? But then again, there are things people just don't know. So that's why I chose to stick with the alphabet and games that were already created. Not only that our games are created, but we can also alter the game as long as it remains fair to both teams. Isn't that why we're not here? We would be the extended, okay? It would be one solar conscience, okay, in which we all have our own free will, okay, within the realm of the game, and we learn off of each other. How do you know? Whatever I know today is not because, I talk about the alphabet, but I didn't create it. You know what I'm saying? I talk about numbers, but I didn't give them their names, not in English, not in French. I talk about words, I talk about mathematics, and when I got out of high school, low school, whatever school I got out of, the place they sent me, yo, yes, coming. My average, I thought I was a Freemason when I got out. My average was about 33. I was 30 plus 10%. The 10%, they left me over it with the same mind I got in with. So if I was 30 plus 10%, I would be 30 plus 3, 33. I was a Freemason when I left, able to decide on my own, think on my own. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't answer, like, most of my questions were like, why are you asking, Jimmy? You're Jimmy. Why are you asking that question? That's such a stupid question. And I couldn't concentrate in school. Like, what am I going to learn? Teach me what I'm going to learn in school. This class should be all about why you're in school. Teach me why my father's paying 75% in taxes. At least that's what and he always comes home after he drinks that. After he goes out with the boys. Every Thursday. Apparently he pays 75% in tax. I mean, the local casino on the way home, the lottery, and the corner store to pick up a few beers with his buddy, because it's Friday afternoon, so it's like 75% of the pay. That's gone, right? Like, that's absolutely gone, right? My God. I barely make it to the end of this month. I wonder why. Oh my God. I wonder why. The first thing you got to do, right, is how much is tomorrow going to cost me? It's called cost averaging, right? Right. And now we got to understand, why are all these people sleeping on the street? I spoke to this financial advisor last week, and he kept saying, he said to me, he says, at near the end, he says, look at this. He says, no matter how far down the market has ever went and all those slides, he says, look at the 50 years or 60 years of the market. He says, it started here, it's now here today. He says, some even that's 25, 30 years old, look at this average. It's never lasted more than this period of time, over 75 years. And then I took out my paper. And I took out my paper. I showed him my paper. My paper went like this. I go, the chart is absolutely perfect. And I showed my chart with that. I just want to see if I can, let me see if I can get this, right? Give me this over here. Come on, baby. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. You're falling on the floor for me, eh? Come on. Here's the chart. There it is. See that line? Follow that line. Right? That's the rich people, what happened in the last 75 years of the market. Ah, it's not a beautiful line, eh? Now you see this line underneath? That's how many more homeless there are today. Look at that. It's perfect. Society is and look, we have the bell curve. Look at that. Now they're winning. I said, at what point, okay, will the market no longer come back? And how do you think this line got up here? Right? And I didn't want to say, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say, so I didn't. The end game, right? So I need a little bit more water. I need to find the cap. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this page here. I didn't see anything anybody has said yet, but I am going to look at it, but I need more water. Water. I hear you. I'm going to help you. You need a place to go? Where do you want to go? Hold on a second. Where would you like to go, Vio? Down the hatch. Down the hatch. Down the hatch. $20,000 leagues under the sea. That's a fixed number, okay? 20 is a fixed number. There are 420s. This is the way the French speak. When they get to 80, they say 420. When you hear 420, yes, THC or whatever you want to say, cannibal hulahoids. You know what I'm saying? Those hulahoids. The 420 is also communication. CB codes 10-4 is communication. Even though you're going 420, I have to write this down and explain it. Just give me a second. Because look what happens in this reduction. What is 420? 4 times 20, 80. 4 plus 20, 24, and 80, 104 now becomes 10-4. This is the teacher. The 20th letter, the 8th letter. 20th letter and the 8th letter. This is the corridor into this world and this world over here. These two come together. This here, okay, is D. This is going to be 2 Ds. You come into the split heavens. DD. This is going to be part of the sun system and the ocean. 4 times 5 equals to 20. It's not going to be, it's only going to be B, C, and D. I'm going to show you this. Let me take some water. B, C, and D. On the outside of BCD is AE. That's your vibration. Your 432 is over here. That's where your birth comes in. You are airborne 10, 3 and 7. Your zodiac sign, right? Your zodiac sign balance, Libra, and your Capricorn. You're born under Capricorn, the air sign, into Libra. It's the split house from creation. This is a corridor through the 7th gate. So when we bring this one up over here, right, and I go to over here, Mars is numerical value 51. The puck and the stick is 5162. So is the queen. It's just ironic, okay, is that when you get the queen and the puck, the queen and the stick, both 62, you get Mars and the puck, both 51. But I look at that as the PCU. Okay, it's an operating system, plumbing, electric operating system. Things we do in the kitchen, the way the oven works, the way the stove works, whether it's a gas stove, whether it's an electric stove, ways to cook over a fire, different utensils that we use and why. Places we go in the house or in the apartment, we go to the kitchen, to the den, to the bathroom, to the bedroom. Then we walk around whatever area space you want to call that I say the den. So this is a utopia world that I'm using, okay, utopianism, meaning that if there's a number that doesn't fit, I'm going to fill it in with another number, okay? And what that means is, if, like, you might say, oh my God, number 3 is a prime number. I'm going, well, you know, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1, 1 and 2 equals to 3. So I'm showing you 11, which is another prime, happened to make another prime. And also, 11 creates 13. When you complete an equation, you put everything together. I can use this, okay, as 1221. At the end, I will use this as 1, the split house of alpha beta, the oxen, right? Holding on to both houses. Perhaps the eye in the sky, right? The horns that come out. Hold on, I have to stand up. Oh. Yeah. Hey, everybody down there. What's happening down there? Yes, so you don't mind that I stand up for a little bit because I just did the worst thing. I was crossing my legs. Okay, so we went down the hatch. They also say lock down the hatch. And also the eggs hatch. So what am I? Oh, and also within hatch, you can also, if you put on the W, you might be able to put in the watch inside of this. And something to do with ratchet, the H, because we can have an exchange with the HA to an RA in this. Now we would have rat-tat-tat. Don't you see what's going on? Do you see what's going on? The way they keep bringing the rat-tat-tats back. And that is going to bring onto you Atlantis. And that is going to bring onto you the Atlantis communication centers, 20,000 leagues under the sea. Bring to me the yellow submarine, number 92. Bring on communications in the new world of 13. Crown the king. How deep can you go before you can't go anymore? Atlantis. To what you can find, to what you think you know, but the questions you haven't asked, how can you possibly have the answers? So you don't know what you haven't asked yourself yet. Under the sea, They have brought it back in communication through the communication network, only probably to get lost, okay, or to make a joke, or in honor of Atlantis that set up the communication system underneath the sea, right? Is it Atlantis underneath the seven seas, right? So if it's Atlantis underneath the seven seas, the question is everybody knows that the vibration under the seven seas, systems of the seven seas, 142, 857, 285, 714, 1, 2, 4, 5. There is no 3. Why did it go over the 3? Right? Right? Why did it go over the 3? Do you know, okay, that when you connect those together, right, the 4 and the 2 equals to the 6. The 2 and the 8 equals to the 1. The 8 and the 5. Let me write this down. I think I wrote it down somewhere in here. I don't know where it is. So you get 6. Hold on, just let me mark it down. 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 6, 1, 4, 3, 8, 5. 5, 8, 12. Let me see. 5, 8, 5, 7, 12, 3. 8 and 5, 13. 1 and 3 is 4. That's 6, 1, 5. 6, 1, 4, 3, 8, 5. 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, 4, 3, 8, 5. 6, 1, 4, 3, 8, 5. Yeah, so check this out. Check this out. I mean, it's just a little weird. 615 384. Okay, 615 384. I go ahead and I add 4 and 2 is 6. 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 5 and 7 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 1 is 8. 1 and 4 is 5. 13, 16, 20, 27. 7, 13, 20. Wait, 4, 5, 6, 14, 19, 20, 27. 10, 22, 27. They're all 27s. Everything's 27. The house of 8. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. 9 and 18. 27. So what is this? Where does this come from? What did I do? All right. Here's your 7 days a week. You are the day of rest. Once you rest you come into here. Everything ends here on top of you. You're the 1 in a million on the 7th day. And here you are 1 in a million again on the 13th moon. You make up all of what is of 76923. And you know what's ironic about this? 2 times 76923. Let me just show you something. Let me see. 76923 times 2 equals 2. Let me see. Is that right? What does it say? See that? And then you just go divided by 2. 76923. So all of these, when you add them up, 76923, 27, 6, 9, 17, 27, 5, 12, 15, 27, 10, 16, 25, 27, 15, 17, 24, 27. So they're all 27 all the way around. And then there's different ways of looking at this. 7 by 13 equals 91. The average dog life, okay, up on the high side, and a comparison to our life is 7 and 13. We're just loving it. I don't like the music in the background. I'm going to tell ya. Okay, I like that one. Just give me 1 minute. Play for me. Okay.
This is how fast you can learn the piano with the rhythm method. A new way that
Hey, kitty. How you doing, kitty? So let me see. Okay, here's the piece from an earlier video that I never finished. We went from cribbage, 4 times 5 times 6. 4, 5, 6 is a straight. You get 3 points, right? But it's also 15, which is our vibration. 3 in a row. A trinity. You get a point. You get 3 in a row or you get 4 in a row. 4 by 5 by 6, 120. 4 plus 5 plus 6, 15. 8 times 15 equals to 120. So this is an exactitude of all that is that goes around. If I get this correct, I'm not sure if this is the right one. I'm just going to give, okay, there's this one. See the center here? And there's this one. This one here is the one I'm going to show you. This is the 8. What it means is, you see the way they draw your line here? Here to here and here to here is exactly the same. Unlike this one, right? You go to here to the first orange and this one to this orange. This line in between is shared amongst everybody. It's like almost bringing 4 different boards together, right? Now, if that was true, right, then every single corner would only consist of a single dot to a corner, like that. Or a corner would look like a 9 space. Why? This is the trains. The train is here, 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 and here. Since the trains are here, and as I understand, as if they use the train logic, which means the train is not just on the track, but is on each side of the track. Therefore, this is the fine line of the heart of where the train goes, or the beat of the train goes, and it needs to go all the way this way and take up all the way this way. And then you have each of the purple houses split up into these deformation sectors that the pyramid, see the pyramid top that runs through the train? And what gives us the volcanic open top is there's a heart area. So this is a release point. You want to call it a Segal? We can call it a Segal. That's up to you. So if this was to happen, then we would have the corner here joining, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. We would have a 16 space, right? When it joined, and it would look like that. And there's your 16 space. I like to call this one Abraham. Here's your AD. What does that AD means? It means 4, 4, 4, 4, all taken up by the center. So call that data, right? And then this is your beta communication. This is 2, 3. So this is a 3 house and a 4 house, right? And when we talk about number 4, we say that 4 has passage into 3. But I also want to note that your creation has passage into 4, 5, and 6. And that's the federation. Here's the reason why. First, the same corridor. Next, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Just like that 4 is that 4, right? And guess what? Look, the 4 lats up again. So the 4 is in all 3 houses. So the corridor of 3 is to all the other houses. So you're going to have 3 plus 15, okay, equals to 18. Maybe you have the CO, like in any word that starts with CO. Look at that, 315, right? Divided sun, 315 equals to 9. 315 equals to 9. 234 equals to 9. The 3 is the creation inside the house of Bates. But you see that 3, right? That 3, we have to multiply it by 5, right? The upper house and the lower house. C is the halfway house. It's only 3. 3 and 5. Think of it as this way. 3 and 5, okay, is equal to what is, hold on, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 50, 100, 100%, 50%, 50%, 100% of time. 3 and 5, how they come together, and they run together, okay, in the electric moon. $57.75 electric moon. Even these battery chargers, okay? Time is running out. Time is running out. Time is running out. Why is time running out? This has nothing to do with the world. Time is running out in this game, in where I have acquired enough information that I would like to begin to put the machine, the Excel that will help me to connect the algorithms a little bit quicker. The words, like if I put a page from any book inside of it, it'll tell a different story by the assembly of the words in a period, between the periods, between the paragraphs. I haven't got to that yet, but I'm assuming one day, if I do get close to that, that when others understand exactly the concept and can see how perfect it absolutely is, please, how perfect it is in the concept, I says, as a concept. I didn't say the game is perfect. Okay, I don't have it in order. I'm just explaining that. So now what we're going to do, remember that 51 again, your 2, 3, 4 again, right? That's your 9. Your 2 times 3 times 4 is 24, and 9 is 33. 3 times 3, 3 plus 3. Your 9 is your jack, is your breath, your oxygen. Check this out. 66, 77, 55, oxygen. But check this out. 3, 5, 1. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. The entire alphabet, 1 through 26, is 351. 51 for Mars, holding the vibration 432. Trinity to come in. And if it's your birthday in Trinity, then it's 4,320. Where do I get that from? It's pretty simple. A day in minutes is 1,440. Three times is 432. That is the vibration where the book ends. Okay, the book ends. Okay, a 5 and 1. But when you go to the next year, remember it's the birthday times 3, 1440. You get to the next year, look what you get to, 5760. You know what year that is? Well, first of all, let me explain this. When you go 5 times 3 is 15, it becomes, instead of your DCB, day of creation, birth, it becomes your date of birth, right? Can you say that again? It becomes your date of birth. 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 What am I supposed to do between here and here? We all know Atlanta, the communication, right? Do you remember what I showed here? The divided house? D is 500, right? D is 500. The house is connected by the same I. This is a split in the house. This is the communication split in the house, 2 times, 3 times, 4. Don't ask me. Look at this. Doesn't it? Do you see it? From here to here, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. Here to here, plus 2, plus 2. So you can see it crisscrosses. It doesn't go the same. CO2. CO2. So when I showed you the one before this, where was this? Yeah, over here, the oxygen. What it is O is the 15th letter. Beginning with oxygen. How about oxen? OX, like the YG, 25 and 7, 32. Because you have the ox N, and God is the oxen. Or has it's once been noted? Or the aleph, sorry, the aleph. So now we have YG 7 and 7, EN 5 and 5. You add them up, it equals to 36, right? 360 degrees, 3 and 6 creation, 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. So I'm not going to fool around anymore. So you finish with this. The bird is number 33, right? The bird is in the sky. When I talked about the jack and you're hooked to the 9, your breath hooked for life. You come from the 9 birth into the 10 born, Sagittarius and Capricorn. When they lay you to rest, put all the things together. What is the end result? What am I trying to put here? Just the fun of life, all the anomalies that I'm finding, or just the stories that come out of it, how God rested on the 7th day. Did he stand? I stood on 17. Jack was my hookup to the queen, the continuous river, right? The river that was flowing, the E world, the breath. J and Q go together, 10 and 17. Jack. Your breath. What does it serve? What is your conscience? Your breath. Thank you for the breath of my heart. I'm so new to this, you don't know. I'm so new to this. It's overwhelming. Maybe that's what it is. It's just too overwhelming, you know? I understand how people fall under the trance. I am under the trance of the ABC. ABC. Oh. I guess that's why they say, oh. Oh, my. Oh, my. Like, what's a word? Golly gee. Jiminy Crickets. I don't know. So, what we're going to do now is this. Check this out. You go 3 years, okay, right here for the Trinity. You have a birthday. It consists of 1440 or 144,000. For the same reason, I have to take what they have given me because I put what they gave you. I take it because they gave what they gave you. They gave it to me because this game is fair. And look what they gave me. They gave me 9 numbers and they gave me the schematic. They told me I can only use 3 lines, 6 points, and 1 heart. They showed me I can divide this between the 9 lives of the cat, and it could be at the pound key. Now, are they pounding the tarmac? Are they on the field? Is it the gridiron? Are they going for the 6 points? Will it be a field goal? Will it be a field goal? When they kick it through the uprights, was it the extra point on the 6 proton, neutron, and electron? Because it was 2 times 3 equaling to the 6 points altogether. And then they kick the extra point. 1 and 6 equals to 7. Difference of 5 is like 9 and 4 equals to 13. Difference of 5. 1 and 3 equals to 4. Then they gave us that circle, and it shows me it's on an angle. So I'm going to take these 6 and these 6 and these 6 and these 6. And when I do that, when I take the 6, I do this. Look, there's 6. Connect the furthest. 9 and 2, 11. 8 and 3, 11. 5 and 6, 11. 2 and 7, 9. 8 and 1, 9. 5 and 4, 9. 9, 11. You do it this way. 6 and 7, 13. 4 and 9, 13. 5 and 8, 13. You do it the other way. 1 and 6, 7. 3 and 4, 7. 2 and 5, 7. Should I go forward? 888, 1776. You want to see your number 8? GG33, come here, Mr. Christmas, wherever you are. You are one of the best. In which way, I'm not sure. But everybody seems to whatever it is. I don't know. It doesn't trip me. I just think it's a basic algorithm that you're insanely good at, confident. You have a great memory. I understand where you came from, but we got to take it to another level, man. You can do so much more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they'd have you over every single Christmas box. I mean, Kellogg's box or something, So, I don't want to go on the floor, right? Boxes and strands of 12. Starts over. See this one? Let me just make that bigger. Yeah, just that one over there, just this one over here. See, in this one, I've got hexagons. Here I've got a ring. Over here I got the octagons. And then the octagons, by splitting this in half, I now have hexagons within the octagons. Here's a passageway. This is incomplete. The reason it's incomplete, because it's all individual ABCs. If I connect these, okay, or I connected them this way, or can I connect them here, or can I overlap them since the number is the same? I don't know. I just took this and I duplicated it. That comes from a game. The game is roulette.
send me $20,000? Because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to show you a way to potentially make money by pairing Amazon with the power of AI without ever selling physical products. And I
Look at the perfection, okay, of number 8. 1 times 8, 2 times 8, 3 times 8, 4 times 8, 5 times 8, 6 times 8, 7 times 8, 8 times 8. Let me just finish this for a second. When we get to this year, this is the year 2000. When we end this cycle, we end the cycle in 2030. Right? 5 times 6 is 30. And 57, 90. 60, 90. 60, 90 equivalent to 2030. Look at that, the rotation of our birth, which is equivalent between the 1920s and the 1930s. This is where we are now. Go back in time, follow these signs. 1929 is coming up. Right? But this time, it might end up in this number and not in that number, because that would be the end of this cycle. How is what a decimal? Hey, Jojo, how you doing? And Dr. J, I think I missed you. I missed you. So sorry I missed you there. I missed you. So sorry. I missed you. How is what a decimal? Maybe, right? How is what a decimal? Multiplying by 8. Okay, what was I multiplying by 8? Oh. Yeah. Okay, let's go over that. Okay, sorry about that. Maybe I don't write properly. 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 plus 8 equals 17. 1 and 7 equals 8. 2 times 8 equals 16. 2 plus 8 equals 10. 10 plus 16 equals 26. 2 and 6 is 8. 3 times 8 equals 24. 3 plus 8, 11. 11 and 24 equals to 35. 3 and 5 is 8. 4 times 8 is 32. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, and the same thing for the whole thing. But there's still more that's going on. Each one of these numbers also has to be broken down, but I'm just bringing it right to the end for this number, right? So even at the end, so you can see that when we get to 8 and 9, this is not inside the same realm as these. 1 and 7 also is not in the same realm, because there is no 1 and 7 is the extremity of a single cube. It's 1 to the low, 7 to the high, right? But and you know where your 1 to your low is in this cube? That's right. 4 minus 3 equals 1. It's 1 and 7. It is the gateway. 2 minus 5 equals to 3 and 7. That's your air passage. Wow, again, back to that air passage, right? So I have to understand this base system of, again, I'm using such a really low case carrying system, you know. Um, and just to note that when you use the mutable, cardinal, and fixed signs, when you get to Cancer, you start it over again with Aries. And then you go to Libra, if I got that right. It's a cycle we run by 741. So it's always going to be a constant in there. I was adding these numbers up. It's always going to be a constant, right? When I was talking about the Mayan numbers. Hold on, let me see. Galaxy. I want to answer you, Galaxy. Oh, I so dearly want to pick up my computer. Let me make some magic and help everybody things. Come on, we have to put this up. Let me see this for a second. Let me see this. Okay, so let me finish this, okay? So with this here, right? So we can take the dice cube and we can get a 2 and a 6, a 3 and a 5, a 4 and a 4, a 5 and a 3, a 6 and a 2. This is the highest and the lowest. This is the highest and the lowest. This is outside that realm. This will equal 8 to 1 and 7 equals to 17. Now the thing about this 17, is we have Virgo, we have sperm, we have Pisces, we have 5 times 2, 5 plus 2. We have one. Hold on a second. Oh yes, 1 times 8, 1 plus 8 equals to 9 equals to 8, and 9 equals to 17 equals to 10 equals to 0, 7 equals to and 7 equals to 17. And then we have Aquarius and not Sagittarius, right? Aquarius. We did Pisces. There was 107. I think Aquarius is 107, right? Well, 107, Aquarius is what makes everything bigger and smaller. Check it out, right? Aquarius is 107, right? This shows you a gateway over here. In Gematria, they're both number 6, right? I and R are both number 5. Look at that. The air is coming in. This one's bringing on the gold. 17 and 21. I'm not, okay, between 17 and 21. Okay, this is the way it works. 17, 18, and 19. Okay, that equals to a total of 54. But it's bringing in Mars, the sun, and then the moon. And then you get to 20, okay, and 21, which is equal to 63 and 60. So the 20 is the package of all the numbers, okay? The 20 is the package of all the numbers. When you have 20, you have 6 up and you have 1 down on the cube. So you have brought you have come into life. Why do I say this? Is because when I hold the cube like this with the 1 up and you count all the way around, 2 and 4 is 6 and 5, 11 and 3 is 14, right? That 14 and 1 is 15. When I do it the other way, okay, and I go 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 equals to 14 plus 6 equals to 20, or you have 1 plus 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 equals to 20, and 1 equals to, oh boy. What's happening? Why? Okay, I did the 14. Why did I mark 20? It's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on a second. I marked too many numbers. 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6, don't mark the 1. The 1, don't mark the 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, don't mark. Wait a second. Don't mark. Just give me a second. I'm just catching my. Okay, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? The one with 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 equals 2. Yeah, okay, equals to 14. This is what happens. When you have the dice cube and the 6 is up, you will have 5, 4, 3, 2 on the waist. When you have the dice cube and the 1 is up, you will have 2, 3, 4, 5 on the waist. Same thing. 14, 14. So this is going to be the highest and the lowest. 5 across from 2, 4 across from 3, 2 across from 5, 3 across from 4. 14 and 6 is 20. 14 and 1 is 15. Game of darts, 20. Game of pool, 15. 4 times 5 and 3 times 5. Four times 5 and 3 times 5. We spoke about this before. The B is inside of here. This is BB. The crisscross of 10 on the cube. Right over here. See the 4 corners? See the 4 corners of the numbers? 7, 9, 1, 3. That's what they are. You remember what we spoke about before? What the 0 is down here for? Right? It associates 6 of the numbers. It creates the 7. It creates a 7, 9, 11, 13. 7, 9, 11, 13. 7, 9, 11, 13. 7, 9, 11, 13. 7, 9, 2, 4. I'm not supposed to reduce the 11. But anyways. So let me see what else we have. So we have Pisces. We have, yes, so that's what it is. The numeric value for Mars and the moon, okay? Okay, here's the beginning of it. So what I'm going to show you is how 3 and 4 work together. Here's Mars. 3 times 17 is 51, the value of Mars. 3 times 18, 54, the value of the sun. 3 by 19, 57, the value of the word moon. Now, if I want, this is in the same corridor. So when I pass through the corridor, 3 into 4 into 3, 4 by 13 equals to 52 minus 1 connection equals 51 Mars. 4 by 13 equals to 52 for Earth, right? But it doesn't coincide with the sun. We're missing 2. In this one, we're missing the moons of Mars. Earth has 1 moon, Mars has 2 moons. I need to add 2. At the same time, why didn't I go 4 by 14? Look at that. Take off 2, add 2. Do you know where this is? This divides the alphabet. It also says the word sun, S-U-N, is noted to be 135. So those little fish, right, that might be flying through the air, right, might be the electricity, right? The fish that are flying through the air might be the electricity in the oceans of the skies of Jack. Aquarius with the soul. Aquarius. Does Aquarius carry? Does Aquarius carry just the? Because I asked myself this question because it's with 2, okay, as it is with 9, okay, and it finishes with 5 and 6. So it holds the gateway within it, the power within the gateway to carry over the what? It's underneath between the houses. Because 11 is supposed to be for the vet. The vet is the 22nd letter. How do I get there? Is it 4 times 5 equals to 20 plus 2? Do I have to add on the moons of Mars in order to get there? And is Aquarius only noted, okay, as the oceans in the water? Because the area space above you is an ocean of space, is it not? I mean, for me it is. It's an ocean of space. Yeah, can you draw me a picture of that or something to make it like weirdy? Can I say the words an ocean or an area space like the skies are an ocean above? Absolutely, using phrases like an ocean above. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not so much. Oh boy, 5ST equals 3-4 300. Please, okay, tell me that's your name. Oh my God, I was ready. Does it have to be a small t? Would you, so if you had a small t and a big T, wouldn't it be better to like, if I'm going to have tea at all, what kind of tea do you like? You know what? I'm going to make a tea. I'll be back because she has the ST. She put the ST together. Oh my God. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what just happened. That was, hold on a second. That was the weirdest thing I've just, hold on a second. Okay. Whoa. 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 Somebody's got to tell me what's going on here. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I got to look at this real close. Real close. Oh, now that is weird. Can somebody please answer me and tell me you can erase something after you posted it? Some. Oh my God. 5, 6, and 9. I need a little bit more water.
Commence à absorber instantanément. Le barrière anti-débordement qui aide à prévenir les débordements Pampers Swaddlers.
Oh, okay, it's playing again. Okay. Okay, hold on, hold on. So there are other people. Can somebody like Kate or Kate, can you try and erase what you just sent me? Or maybe it can only be done by certain machines. Do you know I cannot talk to people or even get my internet to for TikTok to open on my computer? It just won't open in my computer. It's how old is it? 14. Yeah, it's time to get a new one, right? Aide-moi, por favor, señor. Okay, so it's set over here, so we can go over this. Okay, but somebody did you see the person who came in with ST? Did you see that when they put the letter ST3 S/3? And then at the end it said 300. What code was that? That was definitely a code. I wish I would have taken a slap shot of that. What did it start with? Does anybody know what it started with? I know it ended with 300, and I know inside of it was a S/T. Wow. It's a tuner, maybe. It's a tuner fish. Solution. Find the excluded value. It's hard when you're truthful. You know you can. Okay. It's hard when you're truthful. What do you mean by that? So I wanted to finish this piece I was on. So what we have now is you have the 6. When it's up, 2, 3, 4 around, right? Equaling to 14 plus 6 equals to 20. There are 20 areas in darts. There's 15 areas in pool. So when I go ahead, and those are 2 numbers we can look at, right? And we can easily see how crazy this is. Okay, you see the 20, 15? Oh, I forgot to do that. So, yeah, so that's that. So now what happens is when I add 2 over to 6, it equals to 20. The opposite side, when I add 1 over to 5, it equals to 15. So this equation here equals to this. This equation equals to exactly this. Now this when I add up 1 through 20, it equals to 210. When I add 1 through 15, it equals to 120. Now, as we just finished on this page over here, 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. The O and the T, the corridor between the two through the ocean. The T and the O equaling to 35. 20 and 15 equals to 35. It's the heart of the cube. This 2015 is equal to 5775. Just 5 and 7 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 7 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 20 and 15 is 35. 5, 6, 7, 8. This one, 5 and 1, Mars, our vibration. 5 and 2, Earth, the corridor. What's in between 2 and 5? 3 and 4. 5775. So we brought the pool table, the dart table together. It equates to what year? This year. When you multiply this, okay, times 13, it's the same number. Everything turns around. It becomes 75075. 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 7 and 5 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. It even says electric moon with inside of it. What year are we now? We're coming up to 57. We're ending the year 5785. This cycle is completely donezo. Now, pending if we count year 0 or not, or if we also look back to the time 0 or not, could be pending up to 3 years. One of the things is number 27. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 is back to the corridor. 027. That's in 2 years from now, right? 29 was a crash. 29 is entry into the house of bait. 28 is the entry with inside the moon, but 28 resides on the 29 will be in the BEH. We don't want to go there into the BEH. We're going to stay on this side. That would be 28. When I talk 28, the checkerboard. Number 1 runs as a checkerboard. The odd numbers that create a 1 will be red. The even numbers that create a 1 will be black, and so on and so forth. Now, does it have anything to do with Purina? I don't know. It's not the only place that does this. I find it in the game of roulette. When you look at the game of roulette, show me the roulette board. So when you look at the roulette board, 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 is red. 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 28, 2 and 8 is 10. So this one and this one stood the same. These two stood red. So now I know the odd numbers. So now look at this. An even with an odd number. See all the even odds in the core where the red is in the second dozen. It's an even odd in every single one. In this section over here, you see the way it splits. There are 4 numbers in the 30s, 2 numbers in the 20s, 57, 5 and 7. These are the mutable, cardinal, and fixed signs in here. If we're going to go towards your air sign, 1, 5, and 9. You want to get back to your air sign again? Look, 1, 5, and 9. You want to get back, and you see the way it's dark now? You want to get back to the air sign? 1, 5, and 9. See the way they're all red? Not here. All red starts with a black. 2 reds. You go down to here, all reds. You come down to here, starts with a black, 2 reds. So if we combinate this, this is 68. This one over, where's the other one? This one over here is 50. So over here is 32. 5 and 9, E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, I wanted to show you the E-I-E-I-O one. Yeah, let me finish again. So the numeric value for this, why is this segregated? Can I say that? Because the French separate when they say 17, 18, and 19. They do it. Not me, they do it. Different, what do you want to call it? Different languages do things different. So I took that up into my work. I think we spoke about this. I'm just going to go back on my pages now. We did this. We did this. We did the Fed. We did communications, 420. When they say 80, they say 420. And then you get 10-4, and that's communication. And it's not only 10-4 there, but it's 10-4 here. 1-3-4 and 6-4-10. And there's going to be an equation with it. Okay, the odds on this are 9-5, right? And when you look at the cubes, right? You have 4 and 1, and then you have 6 and 3. And then you're going to have 5 and 4, and then you're going to have 3 and 2, 5 and 9. Three and 2, 3 and 4, 7, 5 and 2, 7, 5 and 4, 9, 2 and 3. Communication. 6 and 3, 1 and 6, 4 and 3, 77. So it's perfect. E-I-E-I-O. We back it up again. We went over this one. The day of birth, since you're buried 6 feet down, right? Since you're buried 6 feet down, what do you have? You have 20, 20, 20. You have 20, 20, 20. You're buried 6 feet down because you only have 2 feet. So you're buried with something else. So the expression, just the expression, right? So anyways, your day of birth is a trinity. A with B equals to 3. Your 1440 minutes of the day times 3 is 4320. When we flip the coin over to the second side, you move it the fourth time. Here's your trinity. You move it to the fourth side. It flips over again. Equal to 5760. This is equal to the year 2000. 5760, right? 1440 from the beginning of time. This is only the last 4 sections of 500 years, right? So then you end here at 5790. Why? The 690 for the birth, the 60 for the life. 5790 is here. It becomes between 1920 and 1930. The end times. In 1929, what happened? What happened between here and remove 2 years? So it really has to end at 1928. We can't go to 1929 because 1929 is really the start of 1930. And really 1928 is when we've entered into the moon. So we have to have that new moon in 1927, we'd have to be coming into that new moon. So what happened between 26 and 27? Because that's also the end cycle of the alphabet. The reduction of the numeric value of number 28, which runs the cycle, right? 28 equals to 16 and 10 equaling to 26. And 26 becomes 12 and 8 equaling into 20. And that happens 4 times. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8, 2 times 6, 2 plus 6 equals to 20. We will do this 3 times, equals to 84 for 3 moon cycles. Now there's other equations that go along with this. I mention it. This is equatable, okay, to a cube. This is Rubik's Cube. It's 20. The main core or crossings of this cube is an area space that occupies 7. The crossings of this cube is an area space occupying 7. So I would have to make another one of these. So what it is, Rubik's Cube, 6 times 2 equals 12 inside. This is the crossing. This is your Nassau crossing. Okay. There are 12. Inside of this, there are 7, right? This one over here is where this cross goes. This 7 goes with this. Okay, 7 and 12 is 19. Elohim. Times 6 sides equals 114. Now we're going to touch something to do with the Quran. Right? So this is 24. This is 24. This is 7, 6, and 1 void. So here's your 6 and 1 void 7 inside of this. I connected over here because it's these 12 over here plus this plus the 6 over here make up high 18, which runs the rotation of 1, which runs 6 around 12. 12 for the two colors, all on the inside, call it the hexagon. Here, running it the three colors. 2 colors and 3 colors. Isn't that your beta communication in the house? The total is 27. I don't know what it does for a total. Maybe it's beta cube. Maybe it's, oh my God. Wow. I don't know if it means anything, but this is the only number that does this. This is the only number that does this. 9 times 8, 9 plus 8. And you got the equation here, 1772. The 20 equaling to 107, or Aquarius, is 107 as well. It's also part of the Mars system, connecting the Mars system up. This is your 11. This is your power gate. It comes into the power source, a generation, something to do with a generation. I'm going to explain to you. Okay, I'm going to just do it this way. On a single cube, this is 11. The opposite of that is 3. This is the lowest. This is the highest. With this 11 comes 7. There's 3 here. There's 3 here. There's 3 that you don't see here. Here's 5. All the empty area space that you do not see. And I know it's full because look, I see up here that it can go here. So here is a 4. Here's a 3. This is the 7 void 11 dot. And on this side, I can put 8 to the face and 7 over here. 72 and over here, 81. But it's never run that way. It's never run more than 7 ever. Did I say that right? Sorry, 8. It's 8 and 1 and 7 and 2. Now that's the power, the Jubilee. That becomes, if I wrote down 77, right? If I wrote down 77, if I had my machine and I wrote down 77, it would show me all the words with 77, and we'd fill them in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? You put in all the words you ever want to do. You just write the dictionary out, and all you have to do is talk to it, you know, with the equations, and it'll just tell you what it does. So, so where was I with this? Yeah, so we did that. So I'm just trying to figure out where we were. Right. So now we have the corners, and all the corners, are they the earth corners? I'm just trying to see where the big cube comes into this. Anyways, I'm going to back up. I said decentralized at the beginning, and it also talked about the center of Earth and the sun. It talked about the penny, right? The decentralized inside of that is the cent, the penny. Very important, that penny. It's what can bring you from 95 to 99. So it can reach you to the gateway with that penny. We somehow have been cut off. I was talking about number 17 before, and number 18 and number 19. In French, they will say the 70s as 60 and 10. Then they'll say then they will say 77, sorry, equals to 77, equals to 78, equals to 79, equals to 97, equals to 98, equals to 99. The other thing about this is what's kooky is this 210, 210, 210, 210. You know what that is? That is this final number over here 7 minus 7, 7 minus 8, 7 minus 9. 7 minus 9, 9 minus 8, 9 minus 9. That 210, okay, is the same calculation as that when you divide 1 by 3, it'll be 0 points. When you divide 2 by 3, it'll be 0 point. When you divide 3 by 3, it'll be 1 point, and there will not be. Then you go back to here. And this and this and this will all be 0.33, 0.66, except over here, it'll be 1.33 and 2.33. It doesn't go higher than 2. It's all basic. This one will be, sorry, this one goes to 3. Nothing goes, look, 7 divided by 3 equals, see that? But when you do it the other way, and the thing about this is it holds in check all your fixed signs, cardinal signs, and mutable signs, right? The ones that runs in quarters hold together your fire, earth, air, and water signs, right? I have to go deeper into this to take a look at that. Wow, you know another thing I was looking at? 18, 21. From 18 to 21, that's the 7th inning stretch. That's the mother. That's the spirit of 76. Seems like that's the father. This will be 7, this will be 4. That's right, 7 and 4 says God within it, into the E world. Forget about this one. Actually, you'll have to forget about both of them, right? But they're both the moon. If I go to 91, it becomes spirit in the moon. We're not going to get there. It's not going to reach there. It's just like, okay, so we did this. I did that. Did we speak about number 7? I'm not sure who's here from the beginning because we're just about coming to the end. I don't know what I didn't say, what I did say. I use weights and measures to understand, to bring things. If you want to know how I harmonize some of my words, I'll use weights and measures. I'll try to understand the differences between kilograms and grams, the difference between 12 inches and 12 minutes, and 71. Did you know that 71 minutes is 1 hour, 11 minutes? So if you have 71, 71, you have 222. If you had 71, 71, 71, you'd have 333. It's the Vatican doors. It's the power of the Christ. It's the energy. It's a generator. It's a switching of the moons, if I understand this correctly. 5775 is the gateway to 66, like I showed you before. And I just don't like to come out here and spit things down. There's a whole bunch of parables and just scriptures. I'm just trying to, and ciphers. The difference between 3, 6, and 9. Right? What did I do here? I think I did binary. 3, 6, 9, 6, 12. Okay, no, so that's wrong. This should be 3, 6, 12, 24, 48, 6, 12, 24, 48, 9, 9, 8, 9. Okay, yeah, I think I did this. I went 3, 6, 12, 12. 6, 12, 24, 48. Look at that. Once you keep doubling them up, they all come together, right? 9, 18, 36, look, 72, 144. Will this one, 288, 192, 96, will they both come together? 3, 84, 576, 192. Do you see it? 1920, 5760. 1920, 5760. Next is 1930, 5790. The lower world and the upper world is a difference of 20. The 1020 you have, the lower world and the upper world is a difference of 20. So let me see, did we do this here? Where is this? Oh yes, let me get back to over here. So why does this A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay. That's making everything complete. That makes everything complete. 25, 9, 20 divided by the rate 8, please. Yes. There's only one angle, and it's 45. When you multiply it by the end of time, the year 2000, it equals to 25,920. That doesn't matter. Where did I get this from? 45 times 5760, right? That's 1/8 of life. Life is 90 times 288, which is 72 times 4 for 288. Did I get that right? 90 times 288. Yeah, 90 times 288. So what you have is, I think it's 45 times 576. 25,920. Yeah, that's the long Mayan cycle. The next piece I did in here is just very short, and it's levels of numbers all the way to 8, 10, 19, 28. Do you know why? 1 plus 0, 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 1 and 1, 2 plus 0, 2 and 9, 11, 3 and 8, 11. You know, the game didn't start yet, right? When you're talking about 1, right, you have to do, when you're talking about 2, you're going to have, when you're talking about 2, 2, 4, 7, there is no 7. 2, how do you do a 2? There is no 3, 8, there's no 4, 7, there is no 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6, yes, that's the only one. When you're going to do a 3, when you're going to do a 3, when you're going to do a 3, when you're going to do a 4, when you're going to do a 5, when you're going to do a 6, when you're going to do a 7, when you're going to do an 8, and now we're going to bring this one. Let me see this one, and hold on a second. Just give, oh, okay, yes. And then what we're going to do is, hold on a second. 3, 2 come together. 3, 2 come together. Why? Okay, 1 and 4 comes together. That's the 10, 10, 4, 10 and 4. Okay, oh, this is the 9. This is the 9. Where's the 9? Oh, I didn't do the 9. Okay, this is the 6. Okay, the 6 comes to the 8. Okay, I didn't do the, oh, the 9 is up there. Okay, 9, no, not the 18, 27, 36, 45. So I'm going to take this one over here. Just give me a second. That was 14, 14. That was 5. Okay. And that was 5. Oh boy. And now we can do this. Wow. So these are opposites of each other. 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 These, okay. Okay, see if I can get this right. The 1 and the 4. Okay? The 1 and the 4. 10, 3 and 1, 4, 6 and 4, 10. So we have 3 and 1, right? We have 6 and 4 and 3 and 1. So we connected 6 and 4 with 3 and 1. Because 6 and 4, 10, 3 and 7, 10. Here's your 1, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the 2 and the 3. See, we have the 2 and the 3. We have the 2 and the 3. We had the 1 and the 4. So we had the 2 and the 3. We had the 5. Did I get that right? Three and 2, 5. 5 and 4, 9. So it goes like that. 3 and 2, 4. 5 and 4, 9. 4 and 1, 5. So I'm not finished building the whole thing, but you can see 6 opposite 8. 5 connected over to 9. So can you see how Kitty, 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 kitty. Yeah, I'm just going to show you, and I want to go over this with myself because I want to make a better connection so I can show this to you next time a little bit better, because there's a multitude of connections I started to make, and I changed the concept. The 1 and 4, so it's the 1 and 4, 5 that goes along, okay, with the 6 and 3, 9. The only thing I did over here, right, is I wanted to show what can be made on a dice and what cannot. This can be made on the dice. This can be made on the dice. These two, none of these can be made on a dice. These can't be made on a dice. These can be made on a dice. Over here, these two can be made on the dice. These 3 can be made on the dice. 2 of them, they repeat. Not that one. This can be made on a dice. This, and this. So everything in this section of 5 all can be done. And this one over here. See this 5 over here? Every single one. When you get to 6, every single one of these 6s can be done. Now, if I get to the next one, okay, that'll be 51. So it's going to be done. All my 6s. And then after 51, okay, you're going to have 60, and that can't be done, and neither can 69. So some of the numbers are going to fall in different categories when you can and when you cannot create it with these cubes. I'm not sure who's following me, who is, who's not. I know I'm okay. Yeah, so let me see where else we're going to go with this. Okay, just give me a minute. I had to see something, but no. You know what's really weird? It just seems like I just put on some hot water. I'm just looking through this book. I mentioned the word Elohim, and I'm not happy that I did not finish the expression. I did speak about the continuous breath from the umbilical cord to the breath. So we're constantly breathing, right? And that's our 9 birth. It's the 9 months of birth into the breath of 10, right? We fall into the breath of 10. A, B, C, D plus 6. 10 plus 6, 16. Then we get the ocean, 21. Ocean's 11, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 bottom. 6, 7, 8, 9 top. 30 and 10 equals to 40 plus 5 equals to 45. There's only one angle. It's this way or that way inside the house of Venus. We cross over in the house of Venus on the 180 degree, or we split it in half. That's why when we end the cycle, this one is number 28 over here. Right? In 2028, that would bring the number over here. But in 2028, right, that's a 3. 2028 is a 3. 2027, okay, is a 2. So we're not going to end in a year of creation. We're going to end in a year of, we're going to end back in the year of B, not in the year of A. We're not going to end up in the split house. So that's 2027, right? And you know what's funny is if you look at it now, 27 and 25 is YZY over the alphabet. Because this year, okay, in my work, what year is it? 2025. 5 plus 2 plus 2, 9, right? Not for me. First of all, we might be able to be multiplying things by 4 now. You know why? Because we're no longer in the Trinity part. It's 4 times 5 equals to that 20. So we've already been at that gateway now, and it's 30 years of creation for the 4 months. Okay, the dollar sign is located on the number 4 of your keyboard, by the way. So just give me a second. I'm thinking. So yes, YZY. Yeah, the IT system, 25, 27, 52, 25, 27, 25, red jack, one-eyed red jack, red king. King is also number 41, by the way. Home is number 41. 32 is Leo. 32 is the pig. 52 is also Aries. Just 1 second. Yeah, so 2 times 5, 2 plus 5, right, equals to 20. Plus 9 equals to 29. That's the year we're in right now. Whatever it is, the number is 29. Okay? That's like a new beginning. Like the end of a new beginning. You know what happens on the 29, right? Now, it's also the IT system. I call it the IT system of the sun. The power, the energy from the oceans. Now, I don't know if it's the oceans beneath the ground or in space. And both of them carry a numeric value of 66 and 6. The fish are number 42 and the bird is number 33. If I go to sky, it's 55. I don't know the ocean, what that one is. OC 18 and 6, 24 and 14, 38. Wow, is ocean 38? Wow, that would be the split ocean. Wow, 3 oceans. Heavens of the ocean split up into 8. Let me do that again. OCEAN. Yeah, 38. 38. CH. Connected by these cubes, at least 3 of them minimum. So where else were we going with this? The electric moon. We talked about Susie, electric, Elohim, I don't remember where I came up with that terminology, and it really, really matched Elohim. Photosynthesis. Okay, now I just want to go to this paper, and I have a ton of stuff that I still have to look at. One of the things that's ironic that I really like is 4 to the power of 5. It's a sun number, 10424. And then I get the same number over here, 7 to the power of 4. Abraham, area, space. Over here, you get 7 and 4. You get energy, you get Jesus, you get time, you get the bull. 6 times 4, 6 plus 4, right? The federation inside of that number. And then the other one is pretty cool. It's, I think it's 104, 104, 576, 4810, right? 576, 7 to the power of 8, 4 to the power of 10. Look at that. They're the same numbers, just not in the same order. And I just found it ironic to look at that. So what else is going on? I think we're going to end it right now. Peace. If somebody has something to say, did I not say something or answer? So, Kat, I don't know how long ago this was, right? I sometimes have no filter and words just come out without thinking of others' feelings. Is that me? Because I usually do think of everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure which words, and I'd really like to know what they are if you're still here. If you don't mind sharing that. Let me try. No, you can't. It's hard sometimes when you are truthful. Sometimes you had no filter and words just come out without thinking of others' feelings. I would try to think of that before. I usually do all the time, and I say a lot of things. I think I say a lot of things on purpose. I know some of my stuff is misunderstood, but towards people, I'm trying to figure out what I would say. It would be nice to know. I'm going to leave it at that. It would be nice to know. So I'm not going to say a word, and I'd like to know if you can come up and tell me or just tell me what it is. I'd like to know, oh, I think you're not here anymore. Does anybody know what I said that wasn't nice somewhere? Cat, you tell me. I didn't say sank. I said cat, and I didn't say to sink. You got in a sinkhole? You know, a sinkhole and a sink. But the cat for sink is sank, and sank is like water. And I don't, most cats I know don't like water. Okay? Yeah, me neither. I don't know either. Yeah, I was working on this in this book over here. So what this is this is Zodiac. Has anybody heard of Logiciel? Something to do with computers. It's also when you say astrology, I see this at the end of the word. You know, the Y can be replaced with an I, and then, this is where I got Elohim. Lo, right? The mother is in the GI. The GIC, right? That's where the mother is. 7, 9, and 3 within creation. Communication within the sky. So in the zodiac, there are 8 letter A's, 1 letter B, probably in Libra, 4 letter C's, probably in Cancer. There are 2, right? Where's another letter C? I see some letters. Tell me what you see. Where can you find these letters in the alphabet? So you have Taurus, you have Cancer, you have Gemini, you have Leo, you have Libra. You have Sagittarius, doesn't have a C. Pisces has a C. Scorpio has a C. Okay, so we got them all. Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Cancer. No J, no K. Look at that, 21. L, Libra has an L. What about Pisces? Doesn't have an L. Cancer doesn't have an L. Gemini doesn't have an L. Taurus doesn't have an L. Leo. Leo and Libra. And Lyra. What else is there? Lyra passing the gates of Lyra, the power gates of Lyra. So we have Libra and Leo and Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn. Where's the third L? Can somebody tell me where the third L is? Libra and Leo. We have Aries and Cancer. We have Aries and Taurus and Gemini and Cancer and Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces. How is there three? There should only be two. Wow, I have to look it all over again. This is what happens when you ask ChatGPT. I'm going to ask them again. With the 12 zodiac signs, can you tell me how many letters there are of each letter for all the zodiac signs, like A, B, C, all the way to Z? Tell me the number of each letter in all the 12 zodiac signs. Do not include the word zodiac. Sorry about that. I am saying hello to everybody. Am I being fair? Is it being fair? Am I being fair? I have no filter. I have no filter without thinkings of others' feelings. You know what? I don't come in here to attack anybody or anything. So I'm really, 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 really confused about that. Wow. You know, I got a heater next to me. Check this heater out. Well, I put my finger over the camera. Here's my heater. Hey, heater bunch. You are so hot. Okay, just let me put this back here. Oh, it says there are 9 A's, 1 B, 6 C's. Definitely no way. 11 I's. Okay, 11 I's, 6 C's. Can you look over your numbers again? It doesn't seem right. Put them in order and show me every single word as it goes along on some kind of gridstone. Jiminy crickets. Yes, so anyways, besides that, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing this for the days of the week as well, right? One of the pieces I'm working on, and it seems like I'm in slow motion, is Aries, Taurus, right? So it's all in order. And I'm just going to see what I can find inside of this. I'm quite sure it's been done before. And usually this should be done in its own word in rotation. What other words can you find in each one of the words? So the other part about this is now I have to check this over, right? I'm going to go over the whole thing. What is 52, 157? 52, Aries, Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. Look at that. 95 for Scorpio, E-I-E-I-O, hook me up. Bring my birth into the E-world. Bring me a Scorpio over here. Look at that. 144 for 144,000 hooking up to Sagittarius. Bringing in 2 different worlds, animal and man. Is that what Sagittarius is? Can somebody tell me? Then 97 over here. This is where we have Capricorn, Aquarius, and then over here, Pisces. These are the rows and then the numbers. And this is the low count. What is this number? 7. 5 and 2 is 7, 1, 3, or 12, 8, 5, and 8. So I marked this as it is with 10 and 12, leaving me Capricorn. See the first row? 7, 1, and 3, leaving me with Capricorn, leaving me with Pisces, leaving me with Libra. Libra is going to connect up down over here. First position, 6th position, 12th position. Each one picks up a new number. Did you follow what that is? Scorpio, Sagittarius. So where are we over here? Yeah, so Scorpio is, here's Scorpio 95. Sagittarius is over here. And this one over here. So it's in the 9th position. And then when we start over, here we're starting over. There's an added 3 into this. We're only 9, right? Our base creation means we started with 3. We had to start with these 3 over here, right? If we're going to go back to April and start with these 3, or should we be starting over here? Do you know, this is the heart of the whole thing, right? If we had to turn this whole thing over, I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3. So now when I start connecting my 7s, my 13s, my 9s, everything switches its position. Scorpio and Sagittarius is 8 and 9, right? For me, that's the end. The high heavens are between Scorpio and Sagittarius. That's the way I have to look at it. But then this is in this world, your birth into these heavens by virtue of Scorpio. Something, perhaps it's a connection within your heart, electronic, I don't know. And then the other way, which way are you going to go with when you connect Sagittarius over to Capricorn? That becomes your lightning. That connects the moon. This is a 9-7. And this is interesting because in Hebrew, when you say 16, you're going to say 9-7 as 16. This is 9-8. Oh, this is 17. Oh, this is 17. So they're going to say, okay, they're going to say Yud. Here you're going 9-7. Hold on. Whoa. 9-7, 9. Yes, they do go. Yes, they do go. What? But this is not 7. So why am I keep saying that? This is 9-8. Why do I keep saying that? This is a total of 17. Okay, so when you get here, okay, when you get to this, the Hebrew have skipped over Yod Hey by adding in Tetvav Tet Zayin. Then, okay, what they did is they went Yod Zayin. So now when I come back to Yod Zayin at 17, this is my first relationship in this over to Mars. This is going to be my relationship because it's going to total 17, 9 and 8, the planets. The reverse of this is going to be Leo and Cancer. The reverse of this. Oh, that's the celestial equator? Okay, makes sense. 8.5. 8.5 makes sense. 8.5. So we have to get a connection now with this. I have to get a connection with Taurus, because they have to meet the ocean. If you're meeting here at when I'm meeting here at 8.5, right? Between here and here is a 0.5, but also the relationship goes down here. Here's the smaller area. Here's the 8 and 5. Here's the 2 and the 5. So something to do with energy coming out of the ocean. It's almost like I have to think of it 1, 2, 5, and 5, 8, 9. I think it would be these that would have to associate. I have to think about it. So it'd be taking over. Oh boy, I'm starting to like conk out. I'm like conking out here. Conking out. I'm just trying to see. I'm just backing up. The other thing I wanted to mention is multiples of 5 will only and always leave you with this answer all the time. It's either this or this when multiplying by fives. Forget about the other numbers after this. And this is your 1.25 days left at the end of the year. If it would travel, right, it would travel to the 5th day of the next year. This is the reverse cube as we spoke before. So if we went from Aries on the, listen, look at that, eh? Look at that. We go from a fire sign, we flip it over, we go to an earth sign inside of Virgo. We go from a fire to an earth. I want to see what else we have here. Abracadabra. Okay, there's one last piece I'm going to do, and that's it because I'm really tired. Yeah, really tired, really tired. Bélier en français, yes. So Aries, and it's funny because Aries in French is Bélier, and I don't know why in the word it says liar, you know. There's another piece that's inside that word. That word has to actually says inside the word, wow, inside the word, there's another word like rebellion, you know, inside of Bélier. You know, I don't know why rebellion inside of Bélier. And then Aries, like it's all rise. It's like the beast is the lamb. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. And it holds in its corns. It's the E world. It's the connections. It's like ram versus ram. You know what I'm saying? So then we also have to look at Aries as other than the animal, but the conscience, right? Ram versus ram. So we have ram versus ram. We have the terabytes. Now, what would we look at if we would look at Metatron or Metatron's cube? Forget all about that. If you come to me with those questions, I'll look at it. But right now, I wanted to show you the advancement of 7. When I advance 7, 1 through 7, 2 through 8, 3 through 9, 4, 10, 5, 11, 6, 12, etc. All the way until you get to wherever I got. I have to write this over again so I can take a look. And then what I have to do is when I get here, I have one that was before, all that is in between, all that is as my pillars, and then all that is after. What number do I end at? Well, I take the alphabet, okay, all the way until I end the first half of the alphabet at M. That's where I end it. But as you know, since this ends at M, we have to continue it all the way to understand that the first 9 numbers are here. Therefore, I must surpass this and go all the way to O. Now, nothing ends without a beginning. So now I will have to go to J because like the beginning is the end, I go to J and we would end up with P. And then we go to the second half of the alphabet and that would start from N over to T and then to Z. So I have to figure out that entire association. Also to note that if you're talking about blackjack, and Sikpo, to understand that when you bring the 2 worlds together, the Trinity together, right? In Sikpo, it's a game of 3 cubes. The highest is 18. The lowest is 3. Why I related it to this was, just give me a second. There was a reason for it. I had a piece of glass in my hand. Anyways, I'll look at it after. Just give me a minute. So I guess somebody is mad at me or something? Wow. Oh, I got a whole lot to look at here. I'm just trying to think of this. Wow. I forgot what I was thinking. Trying to take out that piece of glass. Wow. Okay. The year of the snake, the head of the snake, which way are we headed? That's funny because in Bugs Bunny, they used to say that a lot. And I had a dream about the snakes yesterday. And then it went to my head, was it snake oil? And what kind of deal were they making? Right? Two snakes, right? Two snakes. Moses had one snake, Pharaoh had two snakes. Right? Was the snake like this? Earth and Mars, what was going on? They needed to get through the Nile. What was it, the Nile? And what did they split? What did they split? Did they split 99 cents? What river did Moses split? He split the Red Sea. Well, when I looked at the roulette table, right, he split the Red Sea. So if he was splitting the Red Sea, that means he was splitting creation. When the sea gets split, instead of it being 3, it would be 6, 3 and 3, right? You can't reduce creation. All you can do is divide it or duplicate it or split the seed of creation. Was it the sea or the seed? And it was an escape, and it was the Israelites. Hold on. I don't know. You tell me if I read this properly. You can see they went through the Red Sea. You know, it says they were lowering the Israelites to escape. What was an escape? I don't know. But when I'm looking to reset because my computer is frozen in time, I just press escape. So here I get the ISRA, and this would also, right, be part of the RH area, RH negative. You can go ISRA if you want. We can stop like this. ISRA, like the RH negative, right? The I opposite RS opposite H, right? In the split house, because they have to go through the house. That's where the C comes in. That's where you join the upper house to the lower house by the energy, the ocean, right? And we come here by the breath. Homo sapiens, Homo apiens, right? This was the Israelites. That's what I saw in that. That was my rendition. Okay, let me go take a look back where I was. Snake up the spine. Snake up the spine. Yes, that is what her name? CB, no, what's her name there? She's doing, talking about the Christ oil, etc. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still learning about that. Within the soul of the bishop. So, you know, what's funny is that the bishop is, if you look at that, what it would be inside the chess game. So there's a reason for the 3 snakes to be there. So we'd have to look at this word snake. That is 50, 150. Yes, 3 snakes. Okay. Because snake can be either 50, it's a numeric value, but it can also be 59. Okay, that is the energy within you. So does that mean it gives you the acquirement in order for thought? And I had a dream last night about snakes. It had to do with a deal. It was like they were looking for bargaining power. One snake and two snakes, you know. It just was something to do in the dream last night. And I don't know what part of the dream popped out, but it was something to do with bargaining power. You know, they were making a deal. Just give me a second. I'm looking for one more piece. We're not going too much longer. I'm getting a little cold. I don't know why it got cold in here all of a sudden. There was something that was mentioned. I'm just trying to, you know, I'm not sure if this piece is going to look familiar to anybody. I'm going to show you this before I end it. I have two pieces, two very interesting pieces to show before I end. And it won't take long, less than 5 minutes. Wow, I just drew this last night, and unless I ripped it out like usual, right? Yeah, it was because of where am I? This, please. Okay. See, when we draw this, right? What happens is there's a tail at each end. And there's a tail at each end for a reason, that when you started from a half area space. That's the way this world is. We're on this angle. Even the queen is on this angle. When you do this, I can draw one line here. That's it. But when I do this one, see there's one block here, one block here. So you can see I went ahead and showed you the two blocks, looking like the reason people are talking about alligators is because we run on this angle. Looks like we have an alligator's back. When you count on this angle, you count by ones. When you count up and down, you count by twos. So when you do this, what happens is you run through each square. Correct? But at the same time, there's a third line in between these squares, creating a half area space. The 2 and the 5 are telling you two different things. One of them, okay, is telling you go like this, like this, like this, like this. The other ones, right? One of them is saying start at 7, go over to 9, and finish at 3, right? The other one is saying start at 9, go down to here and finish at 1. Start at 9, finish 1, start at 7, finish 3, 52, right? Coming into your birth. So over here, there's 3 lines. Over there, there's 1. From Mars over to Earth and Mars associated, divided by the window. Why? Because I cannot make it any smaller. It's either 1 or it's 3 and nothing less. Now, if I chopped it up the other way, if I wanted to chop it up this way, this is the way it would look. This one gets nothing I can't put this. There is no in between. The only way to do this one I can't even do that one. If I went up and down, that's all I can do. This one I can split down the center. This one would be the Earth one. This would be the Mars. Mars is 51, Earth is 52. So the two things I wanted to mention was this. Number one, Rubik's Cube, before we end it. Rubik's Cube has 6 times 2 blocks equals to 12 on the inside of Rubik's Cube of 2 colors, equaling to 24 colors. Then what it has is 6 plus 2 equals to 8 for the corners. They all have 3 colors. It's 24 colors. Then there's 6 centers. 6 centers equals 54. Now there's a voided area space at the heart of the entire cube. There's a total of to the center is 6 and 1 to the void. To the center on the cross. To the center on the exterior of the crossings of Rubik's Cube is a total of 12. And 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. 19 cubes times 6, 114, controlling Rubik's Cube. Over here, it's 24. Where did I get this from? From the 6 sides of every single cube. The other thing I wanted to mention before we end it, also pretty interesting, I think. Is back to this. If we come here in creation, okay, of the day of birth, it's 1440 minutes. But our birth is an alpha beta creation. It's a trinity, giving us 4320. The completion between the world we live and the altar world, I don't know how it works, but because of the elements, the fire, the earth, the water, the air, okay, and the understanding, the association of the mutable cardinal, mutable cardinal fixed signs. One runs by 3, the other runs by 4. We end up with the year 5760. 4 times 1440, 5760, the year 2000. We run this to the year 5790. That's the cycle run. 60, 90. In French, okay, in French, it goes from 60 all the way to 90 before we start. You're 9 for your birth, you're 6 for your life. 9 and 6 equals to 15, 1 and 5 equals to 6. But regardless to that fact, right? Our birth mother into the spirit is 76. There was a reason why it ended here. I have to, because I want to explain it better than that. First of all, the cycle ended in 5775. Okay, so it's 15 years, 15 years. What is 5775? 5790. That's when we had 75,000. Okay, we had 75,075. So that 15, is that because it's one level lower than 22 pi, which gives life? I'm just trying to think. Is 15 because it's the vibration, because it's 3 times 3, 3 plus 3 to create 9 and 6? Just give me a second. 5790 times 13 equals to 75,027. 777. In 777, but in 2027 it should be that number. 2025, 2027. What is that? The end cycle from 5760 to 5790. Right? But to end it, it should end in 50. This number has to end in 87. That's the gateway in 87, 2027. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6. 18 and 9, 27. What is this equivalent to between the times of 1920 to 1930? Now, if it ends in 2027, right? 27, area 20, 27, 20, 27, 27, 27 verses 28, 27 verses 20. Inside, in honor of the house of Bait, besides that of creation. Oh, it's just cuckoo. But anyways, it results back to the time of 1920, 1930 in the next couple of years. What did I do? I divided this by 3. End of the 60s. We're in the 60s, from the 60s. In 2027, okay, it'll be 2027, it'll be 67 years from the 60s. It'll be 64 years, okay, Zion, Israel, okay, from 1963. And again, 63 is the basis of that creation, in which what will create the 27, 3 by 21. Now, I'm a little tired to try and put together a bunch of words right now, so I think we're going to end it before I... Is it tomorrow already? Yeah. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Peace. We're done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So if there's something you can pick up from this, if there's something you want to teach me, share with me, you can send me in my inbox. I'd like to help the channel. That'd be fantastic. Even better than that. And it's not just for today. It's for every single day. For a starving mother like myself. What did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. I was like a little confused here. Yeah. Let me see. Somebody wants to come up. Okay. So let me see what's going to go on here. I'll do this for a couple of minutes. Oh, that was a mistake. Somebody wanted to come up and then they disappeared. Have a good night.